We're here with a few golf experts to chat about the recently completed 2020 PGA Championship, the first major of the year. Is that right? Did they sneak any in before lockdown? Or no?
Nah, it's the first major.
Yeah, I think the US Open's in a month and the Masters is at the end of the year. So we all got around it this weekend, didn't we? A few of the other boys and us three, we were kind of keen. It actually worked well for us, the time zones, because it's just when you woke up, it was perfect. You could catch the back nine pretty much of everyone's day. And this morning we witnessed Collin Morikawa, if I say that right?
Yeah.
Win his first major at the age of 23, joining Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods, and Jack Nicklaus in that prestigious little group there to win a major at such a young age. And he looks like the real deal. Finn, what did you make of his 4 days?
I honestly thought it was a very mature performance, I'd say. He struggled early in the first couple rounds, but then had a really good weekend and showed it on Sunday on the back nine where all the money's made.
Well, I think he took home almost $2.5 million Australian dollars or something like that.
Yeah,
pretty handy.
It's
for
a big prize pool in the golf.
Payback, yeah. Especially in his second major.
Yeah, it's unreal. Jack, do you think he's going to be as good as those three that we just mentioned? Or
it's a big call. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but I was going to ask a question to you two and say,
go for it, mate.
Is it going to be another one of those golfers who comes and goes, sort of wins a major or two and gets lucky, or is he the real deal? I mean, that's the big question. I think he could be. I honestly think.
What do you reckon?
I reckon he's the real deal. He's won more than he's missed cuts, so.
Yeah, what I loved from him today, especially, I got up really early and watched the whole last round this morning, but I just loved how ballsy he was, to be honest, on the back nine. Like, at 16, that was the major shot that won him it. He drove a par 4 and then made eagle.
Yeah.
And, no one was getting it close, really, on that hole. Had to fade it around these trees, dogleg right, and he just took it on. I thought he'd lay it up and hit an unbelievable shot, and that proved the difference. So I think he's got a calm head on his shoulders, but he's not afraid to go for it in the big moments. So, he's going to be one to watch for sure. I loved him.
Yeah, was it the second shot on the 18th where he was on the fairway and he could have easily, we were talking about this, he could have, I think it was the 18th.
Yeah.
He could have just shifted onto the fat side of the fairway, and the hole was in a tricky location. He just went straight for it. He was really.
He thought he pulled it left of the green though, but
yeah, and he was lucky. He did get a bit lucky on that shot, but fortune favors the brave, is what they say. So, no, very deserved. It was pretty cool though. I can't lie, I don't watch too much golf myself, but it was pretty interesting hearing, especially his conversations with his caddy. They seemed to have a very good relationship. It wasn't the player dominating the choices. They seemed to be working well as a duo, and that was pretty interesting to hear because I've never really heard that dynamic before. But that's enough for Collin. I think we've got around him quite a lot. Actually, Finn, you were saying you've got some things you'd want to say about him. You got emailed or something from your golf club?
Yeah, so he won his first PGA Tour event in July of 2019, the Barracuda Championship. And he made 22 consecutive cuts to start his professional career, which I thought's a really awesome effort, and a record only exceeded by Tiger Woods with 25. And now he's moved up to the top 5 in the official world golf rankings.
Jeez.
So,
handy stuff.
That's crazy.
Mm.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of him until he had his playoff hole on the final day of one of the tournaments against JT. I watched that one.
That was the Workday Charity Open, yeah.
Yeah, Locke, my older brother, who's quite into the golf nowadays, he was telling me about him and saying he's pretty good. So I was had one eye on him all weekend, and
hits a big ball for a little fella. Really, hits a massive ball. He's only 5'9" or something like that.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
one
right.
big boy.
And like 70-something kilo, but smacks it. Pretty
The course-
That's one
impressive.
of the best things
The
about
course
golf. I reckon.
suited him, I reckon. It was a faders course. He just
Yeah,
hit
look,
the
I
soft,
can't lie. That's a bit too technical for me there, Fino.
the power fade got him around.
It was a
But
tough
nah,
course though. Whenever you missed the fairway, like the rough was really long.
yeah,
Yeah, the
So-
rough killed him.
I agree.
So you had to be straight off the tee, otherwise you're in trouble.
Yeah. In terms of that's enough for Colin. We've got to round him.
It's a miracle! Oh yeah! What about that one? Unbelievable! Balotelli, Aguero! Crowd cheers. Here's Siddle. Oh, that ball is close. He's given him. He's given him. Peter Siddle's got a hat trick on his birthday.